Hello everyone. Today I will going to discuss some of the question which was asked in the different Olympiad examination in different years. The topic I choose, which I already discussed in detail in my previous topics. The topic is laws of indices. If you want to have a look of the basic of the topic and some of the questions which I have already solved regarding the IIT examinations and the board examination, you can go to my previous topics and you can have a look. And otherwise I will going to put the link of the topic in my detail. So I have already enlisted the formulas which I will going to use to solve the following problems. So now the first problem. What is the first problem? The first problem is 5 to the power minus 1 into 3 to the power minus 1 whole to the power minus 1 divided by 6 to the power minus 1. Now what is the formula we will going to use to solve this math? The first formula we will going to use is that a to the power m into b to the power m. Here we are observing that the base is different but the power is equal. So what we will going to do, if the base is different but the power is equal, then we can multiply the base. That means we can write it as a into b whole to the power m. The same thing we will going to use this solve this formula. We will going to multiply 5 into 3, then whole to the power minus 1, then whole to the power minus 1 divided by 6 to the power minus 1. Then the second formula we will going to use, that is a to the power m whole to the power n equals to a to the power mn. That means 5 into 3 into 15 minus 1 into minus 1 in power divided by 6 to the power minus 1. Then we can write it as only 15 because minus 1 into minus 1 equals to plus 1. So divided by 6 to the power minus 1. So 15 divided by 6 to the power minus 1. The next formula we will going to use is that we can write a to the power minus m as an a to the power plus m. 1 by a to the power minus n equals to a to the power plus m. This is the formula of reciprocal. So we can write 6 as 1 by 6. So 15 into 6 equals to 19. So the answer of the question is 19. So there is another way we can solve this problem. What is the another way? The next way I will going to show you is that 5 to the power minus 1 into 3 to the power minus 1 then whole to the power minus 1 divided by 6 to the power minus 1. So we can write 5 to the power minus n by applying this formula. So we can write a to the power minus m equals to 1 by a to the power plus m. So this is the same way we can do the things in case of reciprocals. So we can write 5 to the power minus n 1 as 1 by 5 and 3 as 1/3 then whole to the power minus 1 divided by 6 to the power minus 1. Then 1 by 15 whole to the power minus 1 divided by 6 to the power minus 1. Now we can write 1 by 15 whole to the power minus 1 as 1 by 15 by divided by 15 then 1 to the power 6. That equals to 15 into 6 equals to 19. So this is the two ways we can solve this problem. Now the next problem. The next problem is half to the power minus 2 plus 1/3 to the power minus 2 1/4 to the power minus 2. We can write it as 1 by 2 to the power minus 2 plus 1 by 3 to the power minus 2 plus 1 by 4 to the power minus 2. What is the formula of reciprocal? Reciprocal formula is 1 by a to the power minus m equals to a to the power plus m. So we can write it as 1 by 2 to the power minus 2 as 2 square plus 1 by 3 to the power minus 2 as 3 square and 1 by 4 to the power minus 2 as 4 square. Then 2 square equals to 4, 3 square equals to 9 and 4 square equals to 16. Then 9 plus 4 equals to 13 plus 16 equals to 29. This is the answer. These are the very easy problems, because these are the 10th grade or the 8th grade problems that was asked in the Olympiad examinations. Now we will going to go for the third problem. What is the third problem? The third problem is 4 by 9 2 to the power 4 into 4 by 9 2 to the power minus 7 equals to 4 by 9 2 to the power 2p minus 1. What we are seeing? Here we are seeing that the base is equal. The base is equals mean a 2 to the power m into a 2 to the power n. What we can write it as a to the power m plus n. So in this case, in the left hand side, we can write it as 4 to the power 9 4 plus minus 7 equals to 4 by 9 2 to the power 2p minus 1. So 4 by 9 2 to the power minus 3 equals to 4 by 9 2 to the power 2p minus 1. So what we are seeing that the base is equal on the both side of the equals to. That means a to the power m equals to a to the power n. So if the base is equal, then we can write the power as equal. That means m equals to n. In this case, we will going to do it in the same way. That means minus 3 equals to 2p minus 1. That means 2p minus 1 equals to minus 3. So 2p equals to minus 3 plus 1. That means 2p minus 2, then p equals to minus 1. This is the answer. Now the fourth problem. The fourth problem is 5 to the power 2x plus 1 divided by 25 equals to 125. So what we can write it as 5 to the power 2x plus 1 divided by 25 equals to 125. We can write 125 as 5 cube after factorization. This is the way you can do the factorize the numbers. 125 divided by 5, we will get 25. 25 divided by 5, we will get 5. So we can write 125 as 5 into 5, that means 5 cube. So 5 cube. Now 25, we can write 25 as 5 square. Do the factorizations of your own. You will going to get 5 square. Then 5 to the power 2x plus 1 divided by 5 square equals to 5 cube. We can do it same way. That means reciprocal way means 5 square equals to, we can write it as 5 to the power minus 2. That means 2x plus 1 into 5 to the power minus 2 equals to 5 cube. That means 2x plus 1 plus of minus 2. That is the same formula, a to the power m into a to the power n equals to a to the power m plus n. So 5 cube. That means 2x minus 1 equals to 5 cube. We are seeing the base is equal, so we can write the power is equal, then that means 2x minus 1 equals to 3. So 2x minus 1 equals to 3 means 2x 3 plus 1 equals, that means 4. Then x equals to 4 divided by 2, that means 2. This is the answer. From here we can do it in the another way. What is the other way? That means 5 to the power 2x plus 1 divided by 5 square equals to 5 cube. In the denominator, in the right hand side, denominator do not have anything, that means 1. So we can cross multiply. How we will going to do the cross multiplications? That means 1 will multiply with 5 to the power 2x minus plus 1 and 5 square will be multiplied with 5 cube. That means that equals to 5 to the power 2x plus 1 equals to 5 to the power 3 into 5 square. So 5 to the power 2x plus 1, as the base is equal, then the power will be added. Then 3 plus 2, that means 5 to the power 5. Then the same thing, base is equal, on the equal sides that means 2x plus 1, that means power is equals, that means 2x plus 1 equals to 5, 2x plus 1 equals to 5, means 2x equals to 5 minus 1 equals to 4, then x equals to 4 divided by 2, that is 2. There is so many ways you can solve a problem. You have to came out some of the different ways. When you are practicing the mathematics at home, then you have to apply all the ways. At the time of examinations, you have to go for only one way. When you are at home, you have to apply all the ways you can solve the mathematics. So this will going to make you expert in the mathematics. Now the next problem. And the next problem is, by what number should minus 3 by 2 power of minus 3 be divided so that quotient is 9 divided by 4 to the power of minus 2. Let the number should be divided by x. So we can write it as minus 3 by 2 to the power of minus 3 divided by x equals to 9 by 4 to the power of minus 2. Now as if power is odd, so minus will come out of the function, that means 3 by 2 power of minus 3 divided by x. So 9 by 4 to the power of minus 2. In case of 9 by 4, we can write it as 3 by 4, that means 3 by 2 whole square. How? Factorization of 9, that you can write the 9 as 3 square and 4 as 2 square. That means 9 as 3 square and 4 as 2 square, then whole to the power minus 2. Now 3 by 2 square, then whole square of minus 2, that means minus 3 by 2 minus 3 divided by x, 3 by 2 for power of minus 4. Now we can write it as x equals to minus 3 by 2 power of minus 4 into 3 by 2 power of plus 4, that equals to, at the base is equal, that means power will be additive. We will going to add the powers, that means minus of 3 by 2 minus 3 plus 4, then minus of 3 by 2 plus 1. Then the last answer will come out as minus 3 by 2, that is the answer. Now the next problem. The next problem is quite similar to the first one. In the first one we saw we have a multiplication, but here we have additions. 4 to the power minus 1, we can write the 4 to the power minus 1 as 1 by 4 and 8 to the power minus 1 as 1 by 8. Now divided by 2 by 3 whole to the power minus 1. Now we can write 1, we will going to add the 1 by 4 and 1 by 8, that means 8, 2 and 1, and 3 by 8, that means 3 by 8 divided by 2 by 3 whole to the power minus 1, that means 3 by 8, we can write it as 2 by 3, because 1 by 2 by 3 whole to the power minus 1 equals to 2 by 3. 1 by a to the power minus m equals to a to the power plus m. This is the formula of reciprocal. So 3 and 3 will cancel out each other because of denominator and the numerator, and 2, now answer is 1 by 4. This is the final answer. Now the next problem. The next problem is, what is the value of this function? Half 2 to the power of minus 2 plus 1/3 2 to the power of minus 2 plus 1/4 2 to the power of minus 2. This is the same problem which I have already solved in the second one. So we can write 1 by half as 2 to the power minus 2, because for your own convenience I will going to solve it again. So we can write 1/3 as 1/3 3 to the power 1 by 3 to the power minus 2, and 1/4 whole to the power minus 2 as 1 by 4 to the power minus 2. Now the formula of reciprocal again, 1 by a to the power minus m equals to a to the power m plus m. So 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, then 2 square equals to 4, 3 square equals to 9 and 4 square equals to 16. Then 9 plus 4 equals to 13 plus 16 equals to 29. So this is the answer. Now the next problem. The next problem is, by what number should half to the power minus 1 be multiplied so that the product is minus 5 by 4 to the power of minus 1. So let guess the number, let the number is x. So we will going to multiply half of minus 1 with x, that is equals to minus 5 by 4 power of minus 1. So we can write it as 1 by 2 to the power minus 1 into x minus of 5 by 4 power of minus 1. So we can write 1 by 2 to the power minus 1 equals to 2, because again the formula of reciprocal. You have to write formula every time when you are practicing this mathematics in your home. So this will going to make you understand, or this will going to mug you the formulas. So now we can write 1 by 2 to the power minus 1 as 2 and multiply with x. So we can write 5 by 4 2 to the power minus 1 as 4 by 5. Then cancel out. Then x equals to, we can write it as minus of 2 by 5. Now the next one, this is the answer. Now the next problem is, by what number should minus of 2 to the power minus 1 be multiplied so that product becomes 9 to the power minus 1. Again the same way we can take, let the number be x. So we can write it as minus of 6 to the power minus 1 into x equals to 9 to the power minus 1. As the power is odd, then minus will come out of the bracket. Then we can write it as 6 to the power minus 1 into x, then 9 to the power minus 1. Again the formula of reciprocal, a to the power minus m equals to 1 by a to the power plus m. So minus of 1/6 into x equals to 1 by 9. So x equals to minus of 6 by 9. Then we can reduce it, 3 to 6, 3 into 3, 9. Then final answer is x equals to minus of 2 by 3. Now the next problem is, what is the standard form of 0.00000000837? Let me write the problem. 0.00000000837. To solve this kind of problems, what you have to do, you have to count the places after point. That means how many places are there after point. That means 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So we can write 837 divided by 10 to the power 11. So that means 837, we can write it as 837 into 10 to the power minus 11. So if you do not want to write it as 837 into 10 to the power minus 1, 10 to the power minus 11, then you can write it as 837 into 100 into 10 to the power minus 9. That means you can write it as 8.37 into 10 to the power minus 9. Anyway, you can represent your answer. Both of them are correct. Now the next problem is 7 by 12. What is the value of x for which 7 by 12 power of minus 4 into 7 by 12 power of 3 to the power x equals to 7 by 12 power of 5. So what we are seeing that the bases are equal on the both side of the equals to. That means a to the power m into a to the power n formula will be applied. That means a to the power m plus n. I mean left side of the equals to, we can write it as 7 by 12 minus 4 plus 3x, and right hand side 7 by 12 power of 5. As we are saying the base is equal, then we can write it as same formula we have already applied, a to the power m equals to a to the power n. Then what we will going to get? M equals to n. In this case minus 4 plus 3x equals to 5. That means 3x equals to 5 plus 4 equals to 9. So 3x equals to 9, that means x equals to 9 divided by 3, that means 3. This is the final answer. Now the next problem. What is the next problem? The next problem is the value of 3 to the power minus 1 plus 4 to the power minus 1 whole to the power minus 1 divided by 5 to the power minus 1. Again, here what we are going to do? We will going to apply the formula of reciprocals. What are the formula of reciprocals? A to the power minus m equals to 1 by a to the power plus m, and 1 by a to the power minus m equals to a to the power plus m. So what we will going to do? 3 to the power minus 1 can be written as 1/3, and 4 to the power minus 1 can be written as 1/4, then whole to the power minus 1 divided by 5 to the power minus 1. Now to 7 upon 12 to the power minus 1, then 5 to the power minus 1. Now again the formula of reciprocals, we can write 1 by 5 to the power minus n as 5, and 7 by 12 whole to the power minus 1 as 7 divided by 12, 1 by 7 divided by 12. Now 5 into 12 divided by 7, 60 divided by 7. This is the answer. Now the fourth one. The fourth problem is, if 2 to the power 3x minus 1 plus 10 divided by 7 equals to 6, then what will be the value of x? Now let me write the problem again. 2 to the power 3x minus 1 plus 10 divided by 7 equals to 6. So 2 to the power 3x minus 1 plus 10 divided by 7 equals to 6. We will cross multiply it. What we will going to get? 3x minus 1, 10, 42. 6 into 7, 42. Then 2 to the power 3x minus 1, 42 minus 10 equals to 32. How we can write the 32? We can write the 32 as, after factorization, 32 divided by 2, then 16, 16 divided by 2, 8, 8 divided by 2, 4, 4 divided by 2, 2. Now 32 equals to, we can write 32 equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. That means we are getting the 5, 2. We can write it as 2 to the power 5. That means 2 to the power 3x minus 1 equals to 2 to the power 5. So as the base is equals on the right hand side and the left hand side of the equals to, then we can write it, we can write the power as equal. 3x minus 1 equals to 5. Then 3x equals to 5 plus 1 equals to 6. Then x equals to 6 by 3. Then after reduction we will get the final answer, which is 2. Now the next problem. The next problem is, what is the usual form of 0.000467 into 10 to the power 4? I have already showed you in case of problem number 10, then how you will going to solve this kind of problem. So what you have to do, you have to count the places when you are getting a number in the form of point or fractions. Here we are not getting in the fraction, but in case of decimals. So we can write 0.000467 as 467 divided by 10 to the power 6 into 10 to the power 4. Why 10 to the power 6? Because after point we are getting the 6 places. That is why I am writing 0.000467 equals to 467 divided by 10 to the power 6. Now we can write it as 10 to the power 4 into 10 to the power minus 6. That means against the formula of reciprocals, a to the power 1 by a to the power m equals to a to the power minus m. Now the next formula we will going to use a to the power m divided by a to the power n. That means we can write it as a to the power m minus n. In this case we will going to write it as 467 into 10 to the power 4 minus 6. That means 467 into 10 to the power minus 2. That means 467 divided by 100. Then if we will going to divide the 467 by 100, that means 4.67. That is the final answer. Now the next problem. The next problem is if 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 2 divided by minus 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 3 equals to minus 4 by 5 whole to the power x, then find x. Let me write the problem again. 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 2 divided by minus of 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 3 equals to minus 4 by 5 whole to the power x. Now we can write it as 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 2 divided by minus of 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 3. 4 by 5 x. Now we can write it as 5 by 4 minus of minus 2 plus 3. Why? Because a to the power m divided by a to the power n equals to a to the power m minus n, or a to the power m into a to the power n equals to a to the power m minus n. You can see it both ways. Now we can write 4 by 5, we can write 4 by 5 as 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 1. Why? Because if we will going to write 4 by 5 as 5 by 4 whole to the power minus 1, then whole to the power minus x, then the base will be equal on the left hand side and the right hand side of the equals to. Then it will going to help us to solve the problem. The minus will cancel out on the both side of the equals to. Then we can write it as 5 by 4 plus 1 equals to 5 by 4 minus x, because a to the power m whole to the power n can be write it as a to the power mn. This is the another formula. Now as the base is equal on the left hand side and the right hand side of the equals to, then we can write the power it as equal, then plus 1 equals to minus of x. Now x equals to minus 1. So this is the final answer. Now the next problem. What is the next problem? The next problem is what will be the value of 2 to the power half whole to the power 4x when x equals to minus 0.5. Now we can write it as half whole to the power 4x. Two way we can solve it. First we can put the value of the x. The second way we will going to solve this problem, then we will going to put the value of the x. Now let me put the value of the x first. So 4 into minus of 0.5. So 4 into minus of 0.5 means minus 2. So 2 to the power half whole to the power minus 2. Now 2 to the power half into 2 reduction 2 to the power minus 1, then we can write it as half. Second way is we will going to multiply half with 4x, that means 2 to the power 2x, then we will going to put the value of x, which is minus of 0.5. We can write it as 2 to the power minus 1, then half. Both ways we can do it. First we will going to put the value of the x at the inceptions of the solving. Otherwise we will going to solve the problems first, then we will going to put the value of the x. Okay. Now this is the answer. Half is the answer for both the cases. Now the next problem. The next problem is 1 micron in the standard form. I hope already all of you have already read about the micron in the physics, then 1 micron equals to 1 by 1,0,0,0,0,0 m meter. M means meter. So 1 micron equals to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. You just have to mark it. Otherwise, if you are going through the physics, then to measure the diameter or the radius of a molecules, then you will going to use the micron, because these are the small things. To measure the smallest of the small things, you have to use the micron. So I hope all of you have read about this micron in physics. Now the next problem is the value of 5 to the power minus 3 plus 5 to the power minus 2 plus 5 to the power minus 1 plus 5 to the power 0. So we can write 5 to the power minus 3 as 1 by 5 cube. Why? Because again the formula of reciprocal, a to the power minus m equals to 1 by a to the power plus m. So 1 by 5 cube divided by 1 by 5 square plus 1 by 5 to the power 0, we can write 5 to the power 0 as 1, because a to the power 0 as 1. What is the a means? A means any number, any real numbers. That means complex number, integers, any numbers, minus integer, plus integers, any number. If there is a 0 in the power, that means that is equals to 1. Then in this case 5 to the power 0 equals to 1. So we have to add this. What we will going to get after LCM? After LCM we will going to get the 5 cube. 5 cube means that is 1, that is 5, that is 5 square and 5 cube. We can write it as 1 plus 5 plus 25 plus 1 to 5 divided by 1 to 5. Now that is 1 plus 5 plus 25 plus 125 equals to 156 divided by 125. When you will going to divide it, then you will going to get the value of 1.248. You can divide it by your own. So this is the final answer. Now the next problem. What is the next problem? The next problem is 5 to the power 2p plus 5 to the power p plus 5 to the power 0 equals to 651. Then find the value of p. Write it as 5 to the power 2p plus 5 to the power p plus 5 to the power 0 equals to 651. We can take the 5 to the power p equals to x. Anything you can take it, x, a, b, any variable you can take it. Let 5 to the power p equals to x, which that means 5 to the power p whole square plus 5 to the power p plus 1, because as I have already said, any number with a power of 0 that is equals to 1, then it is equals to 651. X square plus x equals to 651 minus 1. Then x square plus x equals to 650. We can write it as 650 x square plus x minus 650. What is this process? This is called the middle term break. Middle term break. What is middle term break? What we have a term in the middle, as we are seeing nothing, that means in the middle term we have 1. That means after factorization of 650, we have to came up with the two number with the addition and the subtraction, then we have to came up with the number 1. So here 650, 26 cross 25, that means 26 into 25, we can write it as 650. We will going to use that. That means 26x minus of 25x minus of 650. How we are getting 1? Because 26x minus 25x equals to x. This is how we are getting the 1 over here. So this is called the middle term break. Now we can take a common x from this function, and 25 from these two functions. That means x, after taking the x as a common, then we can write it as x plus 26 and minus of 25 x plus 26 equals to 0. That means we can write it as x plus 26 into x minus 26. That means when the multiplication of the two function is 0, then each function is equals to 0. That means if x minus a into x minus b equals to 0, that means x minus a equals to 0 and x minus b equals to 0. That means x equals to a and x equals to b. In this case, x plus 26 equals to 0 and x minus 25 equals to 0. That means x equals to 25 and x equals to minus of 26. From this we will not going to get anything, because 5 to the power p equals to minus of 26. We cannot factorize 26 in the form of 5, but we can do the factorization in case of 25, which is 5 to the power p equals to 5a square. That means p equals to 2. Okay, this is the final answer. So what is the answer? That means p equals to 2. So this is the email address of mine, which is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com. If you have any question regarding this topic, or if you haven't been able to solve any problems regarding this topic or any other topics, you can contact me through my email address, which is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com. So this is the end of the topic. I hope you will going to like it. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.